What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. Today we're going to be working on my 2005 Dodge Ram 3500. This truck has the 05 5.9 liter 24 valve Cummins in her, and I rebuilt this motor a couple months ago, but today we're going to be doing some finishing touches just to get her good to go and ready to hit the road for many miles to come. So it's been about 250 miles since I did the rebuild. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be just taking all this off and checking everything out, seeing how it's all looking. We're going to redo our valve lash. We're going to go ahead and retorque all of our head studs. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive on in, guys. All right, y'all. So we're going to start off by getting this crankcase filter off, or we're going to go ahead and pull the valve cover off next. Then knocked y'all off, guys. Just like that, valve cover's off. We're going to go ahead and pull all of our ejector wires off next, and then we'll go ahead and get the rocker box off, y'all. All right, everything's off, y'all. Now the rocker box ought to just pop right out of there. All right, so now that we're here, guys, we're gonna go ahead and pull all of our rocker assemblies out, just because there's a bolt back here that you can't quite get to unless if you pull the rocker assemblies out. So we're gonna go ahead and pull all 6 rocker assemblies out. That's just gonna be 12 bolts. Let's go ahead and do that now, y'all. Yeah. Alright, y'all, now we got all of them out. You're going to want to make sure you put them right back in the sand so I take them out. So make sure you set them out and you know where you put them. Reach down here and grab them like so, and it all comes out. Well, that wasn't supposed to fall, but it all comes out one big piece, and then your rocker bridges will come off as well. Go ahead and grab them. I like to take my rocker bridges and just set it right up here. You don't have to take them. It normally falls or something, and it's just easier to take them and then put them back later. So yeah, I just like to take them and set them up here, that way I know exactly where they came from. Just wanted to kind of show y'all, this is how I like to set everything out. Just everything that goes together stays together. Like my rocker assemblies, number them 1 on the left side, 6 on the right side, so they go right back in how you took them out. No, you got your rocker box right here off to the side. It's got all the bolts, which it's only got 5 longer bolts than 2 short bolts, so it's not too hard. I like to put this upside down just so nothing gets up on the gasket surface. So, alright, y'all, so now that we're here, we're going to go ahead and back off each head bolt about a quarter to half of a turn, and we're going to start in an opposite sequence of what we do to put them on. So we're going to start right here at 26, then 25, then back there, and we're going to work our way all the way around, loosening down about a quarter inch to half a turn. And I'll go ahead and pop up a chart, either in the description or somewhere on the screen, of the sequence that you use. Just, if you guys are doing this, just pause it on that if you need it. But yeah, let's go ahead and loosen these off. Alright, so you guys following along at home, man, I hope y'all got a bigger torque wrench than me. So what we're going to start off with is we're going to do one pass all the way around in the opposite order we just did. We're going to start at 1 and go all the way to 26. We're going to do our first torque at 66 foot-pounds, y'all. Went and grabbed me a little extension, y'all. Didn't want to mess up and catch an injector and then break it and then have to buy a new injector and then be all mad. So I don't know if y'all have noticed, but it's mostly just making a big circle. Like, you start at this here exhaust side, this, then this, then this, this. It's just making a big circle, y'all. All right, we got that first pass done, y'all. Since these are just regular head bolts, now we're gonna go up to 89 foot-pounds. Start right here in the middle again. Woo! We're done with that, y'all. Son of a man. Go ahead and reset our torque wrench back at 0 because we're done with this bad boy for today. Actually, no, we're not. All right, y'all. So we are ready for our third and final pass, and what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be doing 90 degrees. So same exact. Put it on. Turn it 90 degrees. On. 90 extra degrees. Go ahead and follow that same rotation pattern. Whew. Just like that, y'all. Our head has officially been retorqued. Now we're gonna go ahead and get all of our rocker assemblies set in there, torqued down. So, woo! We're gonna go ahead and get our rockers set up in there. So if y'all don't know, this right here is your rocker bridge, and it's got this little titty sticking off of it. And that little titty, you're gonna want it facing towards your exhaust side. That just sits right there on top of those valve springs, just like that. And this drops in just like that. You're gonna want to make sure these right here, little titties right here, are sitting right on top of your push rod. Make sure it's sitting perfectly inside there. We're not gonna tighten these down yet. We're just gonna kind of get them set in there. Just gonna go ahead and thread these in. This right here is normally easier if you start from the back and bring your rockers in from the front, but you know, I don't like easy. All right, so we got them in there now. So I believe, if memory serves me correctly, they're 25 foot-pounds. I'll have to double check it. But I'll just like to go ahead and kind of snug them up. You don't need to put all sorts of power on them. Just about as tight as the intention should get them forward just fine for now. So now we're going to go ahead and get into setting valve lash. So this is pretty crucial. You got to make sure you do it just right. You can be off a little bit, but you got to make sure your engine's set just right at top dead center. So I'll try and see about showing you guys. So there's a little notch up there, right here. I'm not sure how well I can see. There's a little notch right up here that you go off of, and that's top dead center. And then what we're going to do is we're going to spin that over and get that pointing straight up towards the sky. Yeah. Sure how well y'all can see that down there, but that TDC mark is pointing just about directly straight up. We might have to do another rotation, y'all, because we might be off where we need to be, because I'm pretty sure I have to double check this. So if y'all don't have play when I get this at the top dead center, y'all, and your number one cylinder for both of them, you're going to want to head and go and turn it over one more revolution, y'all. So just turn the engine over one more time. So as y'all can see, we've got play at our number one and our number two. So we're going to go ahead and set some valve lash on her. And since we've got it loose right here, this is where I like to go ahead and torque them. Because if you're torquing them tight, you're pushing on this valve spring or something, and you might have something holding you up. So I like to torque them at this stage right here, just because it's straight bolt to block. I'm going to go ahead and torque down our number one intake to 27 foot-pounds, and our number one exhaust, 27 foot-pounds. Our number two intake, 27 foot-pounds. And our number four intake at 27 foot-pounds. Should be our number 3. Yeah, our number 3 exhaust. Our number 5 exhaust at 27 foot-pounds. Alright, y'all, so it's pretty simple to do valve lash on these trucks. Kind of once you're at this step, all you're going to need is a 5mm Allen wrench, a 14mm wrench, and a set of feeler gauges. If you don't have a set of feeler gauges, you can get them at any of your automotive stores or anything like that. You can order them on Amazon. So for our intake valve lash, we're going to be doing 10 thousandths of an inch, and for our exhaust valve lash, we're going to be doing 20 thousandths of an inch, y'all. Just take this little feeler gauge and slip it under there. And to do your valve lash, we're going to leave that feeler gauge just like that, and we're going to take this hex and loosen it just like that. And now that we've got it backed off a little bit, we can go ahead and tighten and loosen our little adjustment screw. So, and you want it to where this is able to freely move. You don't want it tight like this. You don't want it stuck, but you want it to be able to slide in and out like that. And once you do that, hold your hex exactly where it's at. Tighten down the nut with your hand as tight as you can get it, and give it one good snug. Maybe 2 good snugs for good luck. We'll go ahead and do our intake side, and our intake side is going to be 10 thousandths of an inch. Go ahead and slip that in there. Yeah, loosen. Tighten until, I like to do until snug, and then back it off while slowly pulling on it. Just like that. It's got some play. Go ahead and tighten this nut up like so. And I'm going to go ahead and do it on 1, 2, and 4 while we're at it. And I'll be back and we'll go ahead and do the other set. Alright, so we got our intake and exhaust set on this side, so we're going to go ahead and turn the engine over 1 full rotation, and we'll go ahead and do our other set. And we'll make sure we're torque them down while we're at it, y'all. But now we're going to go ahead and repeat the same step. We're going to do our number 3, 5, and 6 on the intake side, and 2, 4, and 6 on the exhaust side, y'all. Go ahead and knock out my intake side first. Yeah, this number 6 is way back there, y'all. So you're gonna have to do some reaching to get to this one. Me, it's not too hard. I'm 6'8", so I could reach pretty easily back there. But there we go, y'all. That is how you go ahead and set your valve lash. And now we're going to go ahead and get our rocker box put back on here and torque down. And we'll go ahead and put all of our injector wiring back on, which you've got to be very careful with these. I believe the spec's like 11 pound-inch feet. Yeah, inch pounds. So you got to be very careful with those. And I don't even torque them. I just kind of put a little... Yeah, I've broke one of them, and trust me, it ain't hard to do, y'all. Ain't hard to do at all. Slide our rocker box over and drop it down into its home. And start all the bolts by hand. Start all these bolts by hand. Never want to cross thread a bolt, especially in an engine, y'all. Just take the extra time and start them with your hand. I'm not quite sure if there's a sequence on these. I just do them like I do the head, you know, start at the back, work your way in, or start at the middle, work your way out. I've always just done about 25 foot-pounds on this, y'all. That hasn't ever given me an issue. I don't know if there's a spec for them. That's just what I like to do about. So now we can go ahead and get all of these injector wires put back on. Normally they'll kind of sit the way that you take them off. If not, I probably should have said this sooner. Make sure you pay attention to the way you took them off, which normally is just one way. And they'll also sit exactly the same way they came off, especially being most of these are 20 plus year old trucks. Spin them on. Yeah, just take a picture. If you're not sure, just take a picture of everything before you go ahead and do it. I do a no-no with these is I like to do this. I don't recommend doing this. I've only done this a couple times, so I feel confident to myself now. Just put my ratchet at the lowest setting. Get it about as snug as it'll get, and I give it about 1/8 of a turn. Just like that. I got all of our injector wiring bolts on. I'm gonna go ahead and reset this one. I don't like the funny angles that. But yeah, just like that, we got all of our wires on for the injectors. Go ahead and plug her back in. We will get our valve cover set back on. And then we will be done, y'all. Go ahead and fire her up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this wrapped up so we can hear her run. Again, tighten everything down with your hands first, y'all. You can save yourself a major headache just by taking an extra couple of seconds. Now we got all this wrapped up, we're gonna go ahead and start the truck, which hopefully didn't sit here and die. Let me rephrase, we're gonna go grab the first gen and we're gonna jump off the truck, and then we'll start the truck. Been jumping her off for a second now, let's see if she wants to crank. Nope. How about now? Smooth like butter. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, and if y'all learned something new, and if this video was helpful to you guys in any point or any sense, I want you guys to go ahead and leave a like down below and subscribe. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll do my best to help y'all guys answer those questions. But anyways, I will see y'all guys later. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.